Číslo 74, number 74, číslo 80, number 80, Anthony Zentamaro. Číslo 89, number 89, Massimo Zedore. Číslo 94, number 94, Phil Giacomo. Číslo 95, number 95, Anthony Novelli. Číslo 96, number 96, Vincent Zodelia. Trenér týmu head coach of the team is Michael Justinet. Dovolte, abych vám představil sestavu švýcarského národního týmu. Now let me introduce the players of Team Switzerland. Číslo 25, number 25, Stefan Sidler. Číslo 13, number 15, Dean Brodar. Číslo 23, number 73, Mark Egger. Číslo 46, number 46, Samuel Getter. Číslo 24, number 24, Thomas Hall. Číslo 53, number 53, Thomas Huber. Číslo 22, number 22, Pascal Cohen. Číslo 2, number 2, Alexander Emel. Číslo 19, number 19, Mark Miller. Číslo 59, number 59, Lukas Schwelle. Číslo 28, number 58, Gregory Butler. Číslo 52, number 52, Fabian Hornblatt. Číslo 97, number 97, Patrick Gervely. Číslo 3, number 3, Alessio Faina. Číslo 99, number 99, Steve Kummer. Číslo 87, number 87, Rafael Berger. Číslo 65, number 65, Janek Miller. Číslo 66, number 66, Mario Pauli. Číslo 71, number 71, Chris Rettenberger. Číslo 77, number 77, Matthew Schultner. Číslo 33, number 33, Janek Šterky. Číslo 67, number 67, Ives Štaky. Trenér národního týmu je head coach of Team Swiss, is Tibor Kapanek.
We welcome you back once again to Tip Sport Arena in Pardubice in the Czech Republic for a game in the men's A group of the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. Game between Italy and Switzerland. Switzerland with a record of 1 win, 1 loss. They open with a loss 6-0 against the Czech Republic, and then rebounded to defeat Portugal 5-3. For Italy, they've just played the one game, and that was one I'm sure they'd rather forget. They took on the Czech Republic and lost 12-0. You see the starting goaltender for Team Italy, Chris Cusimano. In goal for Switzerland will be Stefan Sidler. Italians in white and blue. And we are ready to get going. Third game in our coverage, 2 more to go after this. We'll have a women's game for you next, and then Canada, India tonight at 7:30. My name is George Scott. Happy to be with you here on this Sunday afternoon from the Czech Republic. Fiore around to Fiacono. Fiacono for Italy. Drops it back to Fiore. He'll try the other side. Swiss in forechecking. Comes back to Fiore. Tried to hit Fiacconi. Ball comes loose, racing onto it. Backhand shot, scores quickly. Jonathan Puliciccio, 32 seconds into the game, beats Sidler with a backhand. And the Italians get their first goal of this championship. And Puliciccio is pumped. They were not happy, to say the least, after their performance against the Czechs the other night. But they get off to a very quick start here. One to nothing, 32 seconds in. Mellinger trying to respond for Switzerland. Varelli can't get it out, kept in by the Swiss, Dubelli. Mueller tried to shoot it, had his pocket picked. Bowers in for Italy. Goes in behind the goal. On at first, Perugini. Thrown out in front, cleared away by Kohler. Lifted high down the floor. Bounces right into Cusimano. He will cover it up. Chris Cusimano, the Italian goalkeeper. A rough night the other night. His team's got him off to a 1-0 start early in this one. Mueller to take the face-off for Switzerland. Won by Italy, taken behind the goal. Phil DiGiacomo. DiGiacomo to Cerrone. Kept in by the Swiss. Again, the Italians don't get it out. DiGiacomo back into his own end, back behind the goal. Cerrone. And the Hop Swiss chant goes up. Ball comes to the side of the goal. Held there by Cusimano. A few Swiss fans in attendance. A couple of flags across the way. Mario Yanni take the face-off for Switzerland. Again, won by Italy. Fiacconi lost it. Backing him up was Phil DiGiacomo. Colin and Phil DiGiacomo playing, 93 and 94 for Italy. Ball right in front of the goalkeeper, finally, through the boards. DiGiacomo knocked it loose. Switzerland, chance to shoot it, elected to pass it, turn it over, and here's another break for the Italians. Puliciccio, his second. Puliciccio in all alone twice, makes good twice. A mistake at the blue line by the Swiss, passing instead of shooting. It was picked off, and Puliciccio just outweights Sidler and puts it in the open side of the goal. Sidler coming way out to try and cut him down, moving to his left, just couldn't stay with him. Well, what a start. Jonathan Puliciccio with a couple of goals. Now the Swiss need to recover. Divisio here to the near boards, kept in. David Perugini gets it behind the goal to Divisio. Kept in on the far side by the Swiss. Dobelli circling the goal, ball bounces out in front. Dobelli's got it again, knocked off his stick to Justin Bowers. Bowers will go back around behind the goal to Divisio. Up the middle, Perugini. Perugini, breakaway pass, Bowers, and they're going to rule it offside at the Swiss blue line. It's the long pass. Tough to see from that replay. We didn't catch the pass being made, but he was well in over the blue line by the time our camera caught up to him, so likely offside. Well, it was offside. The referee says it's offside. It is. Unless it's the NHL, and then you go to video replay and check it by 1/8 of a millimeter. Not a fan of that. This has been another 10-second editorial. DiGiacomo shot. Sidler looked behind him. Hand was closed on the ball. Face-off will stay in the Swiss end. Shot coming from the point from DiGiacomo. Back of the point. The Italians have it. It went off the foot of Yves Stuckey. And that'll play. We'll do the face-off right there again to the right of Sidler. Fiore to take the face-off against Mueller. Fiore won it to Giacomo. Down to Cerrone. Try and get it out in front. Ball comes back towards the blue line, held in. Stuckey couldn't get to it. So he tried to move it out for the Swiss. Just inside the red line. Puliciccio held it in momentarily. Cleared out by Aguilar. Shot on goal, offside though, at the Italian blue line. Played a little sloppy there in the neutral zone. You see the bouncing ball, the player clearly crossing first. It was Stierke over on the right side. Kept in by the Swiss. Fiacconi over on the other side gets it to De Torre. Knocked off his stick down into the corner. And Toliani Gets it to the near side. Fiacconi up ahead. The Italians leading it 2-0. Good pass off the boards. Racing onto it is Bowers. Down into the corner with Coomer. Coomer comes away with it. Steve Coomer. Long flip pass down the floor. That'll go right to the Italian goalkeeper, Cusimano, who is forced to cover it. That'll bring about a face-off in the Italian end. Day 4 of 10. 6 more to go. Just the preliminary rounds. What a day we had yesterday. A couple of crazy games. That game between the Czech Republic and USA in the men's, full of controversy. Eventually the US won it in a shootout, much to the chagrin of the fans that packed this place. There's a shot, scores! Mario Yanni closes the gap for the Swiss. Yanni, again, you see, finds that soft spot in between the defenders. The ball comes to him, and what a shot, snaps it high, glove side, beating Cusimano. The Swiss needed that. They had trailed 2-0 early on a couple goals by the Italians. Jonathan Pulicic with both of them. Much needed answer by the Swiss. Mario Yanni. Hole will take it down into the corner. Taken away there by Divizio. The Italians will settle it down back behind their goal. Varelli. That's a delayed offside. And before the offside gets called, it's also a flooring call against the Italians. Face off to the left of Cusimano. In behind the goal, taken by Di Giacomo, Colin Di Giacomo. Going to be a penalty coming up to the Swiss for tripping. The Italians get the extra attacker on during the delayed penalty. Di Giacomo, Fiore, Perugini out there. Both the Di Giacomos. Up through the middle, tipped in. I'm going to say it wasn't touched. It'll be a flooring call and also the penalty. The referees are conferring where the face-off should be, because we had a penalty against the Swiss, which would normally put the face-off down in their end. We also had a flooring call against the Italians. They confer. The penalty rule overrides the flooring one. The face-off will be in the Swiss end. The Swiss want an explanation. Okay, everybody seems to be in agreement, or at least agree to disagree. And it's controlled by the Italians. They are on the power play here, 5-on-4 power play. Di Giacomo. Still Di Giacomo. Again, back at the point, Varelli, slap shot, that goes well wide of the mark. Puliciccio down into the corner. Fiaccone's out in front. They try and get it to Fiaccone, goes off a leg and behind the goal. Fiore's got it there, bouncing around out in front, clear to the boards. Back in front. Fiaccone couldn't get his shot away, and the Swiss will clear it with 1:09 to go in the power play. Varelli right on goal, caught there by Sidler. He'll hold on to it and get a face-off in the Swiss end. Only 6:50 gone here in the first period. We've had 3 goals. Swiss bench. Goes in behind the goal, off the face-off, over into the corner. First on it was Perugini. The Italians cycle it, now have it along the boards. Bowers down low. Intercepted by the Swiss. Once again, sent the length of the floor. Played in, hustling to get to it. Bowers surrounded by 2 Swiss players. Bowers does great work to get it back to the point. Shot comes in, rebound is loose in front, cleared away. Ball goes out. Face-off will stay right there. Hole and DiGiacomo go in there. Hole was saying it went off DiGiacomo, but the referee says it wasn't touched. They'll stay here. 10 seconds left in the power play. Swiss win the face-off. Dobelli send it the length of the floor, and that'll do it. The penalized player comes back out. That was Pascal Kohler for Switzerland. He stays out there. That's offside, touched up by Vincenzo D'Elia. They'll bring it down just outside the Italian blue line. You see he catches it clearly in over the blue line. Fiaccone up along the boards to Milanosi. Punched away, kept in by the Swiss. Closing his hand on the ball was Mark Agater. A lot of face-offs, a lot of whistles here in the first period, just 8:17 gone. Feels like we've played more than that. And Toliani, long stretch pass up ahead looking for D'Elia. Right down to Sidler, he'll hold on to it. And we'll get another whistle, another face-off. Saw the Swiss bench a minute ago, that was the Italians. Right from the face-off, getting a shot on goal was Fiore. Sidler made the save, the ball went up and out of play. Clean face-off win. Fiore turned and shot it. Sturkey to the blue line. To Stuckey. DiGiacomo. Phil DiGiacomo. Played it out in front and went off the defenseman's heel right to the goalkeeper, Sidler. Not a lot of flow to this one. Not a lot of back and forth. It's been a series of whistles and face-offs. Started off quick enough, 32 seconds in. Puliciccio got the Italians on the scoreboard and then scored again a couple of minutes later. Swiss have since responded with one by Mario Yanni. Down the right side, Bohnblust to the front of the goal, taken away by Perugini. Squirts loose, the Italians are on it. It's another breakout and a pass way behind Justin Bowers. An opportunity wasted. Kept in by the Swiss towards the goal. Into the corner the ball goes. Now behind the goal. Bohnblust. Perugini takes it away. Up to De Torre. De Torre off the defender into the corner. Settling it down is Raphael Mullinger. Good move to get free over on the right side. Thrown out in front off the stick of Yanni. Yanni's got it now in behind the goal. Yanni looking out in front. All alone in front was Schlidnick. And sliding out to make the save is Cusimano. You see Schlidnick, number 77, all alone in front. Yanni sees him as well. And look at all the time he's got, picks his spot. Cusimano stacks the pads, makes the save. Everybody lined up to the left. The referee was over to the right. Everybody shift. Backhanded in. Borelli in there with Schledneck. Borelli able to get it out. And we'll get another whistle. 10:22 gone first period. 2-1 for Italy. Three goals early in the period, and pretty quiet since then. Ball lifted high in the air. Racing onto it is DiGiacomo. A shot. Backhand. Save made by Sidler. Rough down along the boards. Coming away with it was Hole. Play it down into the corner. DiGiacomo is there. There's no flooring on that. Puliciccio out towards the blue line. Kept in by Tomasz Hole. DiGiacomo behind the goal. It's Colin DiGiacomo. Up ahead to Blatter. Blatter gets it in. But it's taken there by Kohler. Again, the long pass up ahead. That'll be a flooring call. Just missed Mark Mueller at the Italian blue line. Here's a chance for DiGiacomo. Just with the one hand on the stick, pushed it towards the goal. Swiss right from the face-off. Breakout. Stuckey. Long shot. Cusimano made the save, and the ball went up and out of play. Looking at the official scoring, I'd given the Swiss goal to Mario Yanni. They're saying Mellinger. Pretty sure it was Yanni. Regardless, it is 2-1. Some of the physical play along the boards. All right, face off to the left of the Italian goalkeeper. Penalty to Italy. So a power play for Switzerland. Shot was blocked and the Italians will bring it out. Di Giacomo turned it over, brought back in by the Swiss. Mermoud, and that face-off will come outside the blue line. The captain, Mikhail Varelli, having a few words with his keeper, Cusimano. Ball is dropped and it's right at center. Knocked out by Fiacconi. Mario Yanni. His pass is intercepted. Swiss don't gain the offensive zone. They've got to get it in over the blue line. And they can bring it all the way back to center if they want. Lots of room to work with on a power play. Once you gain the zone, which they've done now, Mario Yanni. Back of the point, shot by Yves Stuckey. Didn't get through. You see a lot of shots blocked in ball hockey. That's why they'll try and work it for that perfect lane. Great chance there for Yanni. Hit the side of the goal. The second one is stopped by Cusimano. You see that was Sterky, number 33, with that great chance. Shot saved by Cusimano. Sterky back at the point. This is Yanni. Again, it's blocked. Knocked down in front. The Italians get it and send it down the length of the floor with just 15 seconds left to go in the power play. Long shot in on goal. Mishandled by Cusimano when it gets into the back of the net. We are tied at 2. Shot from way out at center. Well, hold on. Hold everything, folks. Not a goal. They're going to call it offside. Take it back. Cusimano gets a reprieve after letting in a weak one. It stays at 2-1. Penalties over now. We're back to 5-on-5. That one off the Swiss player. Just missed the near post. Went it back in behind the goal. Tomasz Hole. He'll try that long breakaway pass. Hits the score clock. Much more than just a score clock. Here at Tip Sport, the big video screen scoreboard. Face-off will come back down into the Swiss end. Minute 4 seconds left to go here in the first period. Varelli towards the goal. That changed direction, just missed. That hit something on the way to the goal. Again, the Swiss try that long pass. They were trying to spring Mermoud. Fiacconi for the Italians. To Varelli. Varelli stopped at center, played back in. Fiacconi's got it again. He'll get rid of it. Mueller back to get it. Yannick Mueller. Swiss bringing it over the blue line, but no further. Taken there by Novielli. Anthony Novielli with just 7 seconds to go. Turned it over. Here's a shot from outside. This time, Cusimano makes the save, or Cusimano rather. Let in one from there a couple of minutes ago, but was called off due to the offside, and the Italians go, or the Swiss go over and have a chat with the referee. It's the Swiss captain, Raphael Mellinger, to get an explanation as to why that goal was called off, as the referees ruled it as offside. Come to the end of the first period. 2-1, the Italians lead it, led 2-0 early. Swiss came back with one goal of their own, had one call off. So after 15 minutes, 2-1, Italy leads it. We'll be back with the second period of this game in just a few minutes. Join us then, will you?
Česká televize a Český
2-1, the Italians lead the Swiss after 15 minutes of play here at Tipsport in Pardubice, in the heart of the Czech Republic. They're just over 100 kilometers east of the capital city of Prague. A beautiful city is Pardubice. So much to see here, so much history and culture. And as I tweeted a while ago, I like the cheap beer too. Good beer as well. So many reasons to come here. The main reason we're here because of these 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. It's a game in Group A1. Italians and the Swiss. Italians jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. 2 goals by Jonathan Pulliciccio. Swiss responded. So we're sitting at 2-1. The Italians in the white jersey. Shot comes in on goal. Save made by Cusimano. This is Pulliciccio up ahead looking for Di Giacomo. Di Giacomo in around behind the goal. He comes up with it, tries to jam it in from the side. Sidler holding his ground is put in, but the whistle had gone. And we've seen a lot of this week. The ball is loose in the crease. Goaltenders trying to cover it up. Players poking at it, hoping to get a loose ball and tap it home. Inevitably leads to a lot of pushing and shoving. Alessio Fina goes down against Di Giacomo, rather. And then you see the ball is bouncing. It is loose. It was never covered. And the pushing and shoving ensues. We saw an awful lot of that last night in that game between... Oh, what they're saying, not because it was covered, they're saying it's a crease violation. Each team now has had one call back. Swiss had one call back towards the end of the first. A long shot from center, eluded the goalkeeper, but was ruled offside. Ball down into the Italian end. Getting to it. Yanni working out in front, shot save made by Cusimano. Second save made by Cusimano. Apparently we have a change in the roster. The game we did the other day in the lineup we were given. Mario Yanni was 66. That's Pollock is number 66 now. So it certainly wasn't Yanni who got that first goal, as I had thought. Not even playing. Pollock back to the point. That shot changed direction. Backhand, big save by Cusimano. Swiss player down in the slot, right in front of the goal. Injured and the whistle goes. Stolly with the shot, and there's the chance to the side. On the rebound, a big save by Cusimano. Slidnik, the backhand. Mermoud behind the goal. Watched by Fiore. Ball comes here to the near side. Cerrone back behind the goal to Giacomo. Quickly closing on him was Agater. Agater leaves it for Mermoud. To Giacomo's all over him. There's going to be a penalty. Slashing a little bit too rough by Di Giacomo. Holland, Di Giacomo See him battling down in the corner, and right there, gets the stick up into the hands. Actually, there's the penalty. Probably could have gotten one earlier. He's using that stick quite liberally down in the corner. Power play for the Swiss. Long shot over the top of the goal. Comes out in front and cleared by the Italians. Alessio Fina for Switzerland. Shoots it in wide of the goal. Again, they look for that rebound off the end boards. Got to it, but just tapped it wide. Fiacconi doing good work, then got it up ahead and down the floor. Kills some time, minute 20 to go in the power play. Di Giacomo in the box for the Italians. Again, they'll shoot it right in on the goalkeeper. It's the third time they've done that, or at least attempted to. First couple went wide. Trying to get it loose is Mark Mueller. He tried to kick it back. Now he gets it down the corner to his teammate. Mellinger back to the point. Fina. Stuckey. Stuckey with a shot. Went off one of the two players in front. Referee steps in between Yannick Mueller and Mike Antoliani for Italy. One off the Swiss player. Face-off will come outside the blue line. Swiss control it from the face-off. Again, they're still on the power play. 38 seconds left to go. Out into the corner. It goes. Comes loose. Swiss have it. Mellinger. Stuckey. Mellinger. Stuckey. Back to Stuckey. Pollock. Over to the far side. Sturkey. Pollock. Again, it was blocked. They try and give and go to Pauly. He had it taken away. They go to the boards. And down the ice, it's sent by Massimo De Torre. That'll do it. Penalty's over. Back to even strength. Swiss didn't generate a whole lot of offense with the man advantage. Di Giacomo couldn't handle the pass. Swiss bring it right back in. Can't shoot it. Kohler. He'll leave it for Sturkey. Sturkey. Fiore's watching him. Sturkey takes it around behind the goal. Turns. Still can't get it out in front. Knocked off his stick. Puliciccio. His pass behind his teammate. And the Swiss keep it in. Sturkey in front. It's tipped wide by Fina. Taken by Di Giacomo. Over to Phil Di Giacomo. Tried to get it to Puliciccio off his stick and up into the Italian players' bench. 4:54 gone. Bowers bringing it in for Italy. Bowers to the goal. Got a good shot away. Sidler made the save. Powlick kept in. Fiacconi. They throw it to the side of the goal. Played back there by Sidler. Bowers doing good work, finally taken away by the Swiss. Now it's going to be a penalty coming up to Italy. Touched up at center. Hooking. It's going to be Bowers. Justin Bowers for Team Italy will head off in another Swiss power play. Bowers made that good run down the right side. Got it to his forehand, got the shot away. But then in battling for the loose ball behind the goal, gets tagged for the hooking penalty. Back-to-back penalties to the Italians. Back at the blue line, Mark Mueller, Alessio Fina. Fina, Dobelli. Dobelli can't shoot it. Mueller, Fina still can't get a shot through. Dobelli, one-timer off the heel of his stick. Into the corner it goes. Stolly battling for it. Comes loose here along the half wall. Dobelli has it. Dobelli back to Fina. Mueller, one-timer, scores! Mark Mueller, as he is set up by Fina. Pass right where he wants it. One-time shot straight through. Beats Cusimano. We've got a tie game. This time it's going to count. We'll tie it up. Last time the Swiss thought they tied it. It was called off for offside. This one, no doubter. And it is 2-2. It'll be a flooring call against the Italians. Got off to a quick 2-0 lead, but find themselves now in a tie. Ball goes out of play. Beginning to think that simply that the name we were given, and I'm not sure yet, I haven't had a chance to check. We're just given the sheets with names on them. Number 66, which we had as Mario Yanni, and it was mentioned as that the other night. Now I see online on the roster, it's same number, Mario Paulik. I wonder if it was simply a mistake the first time, and that maybe there is no Mario Yanni. I don't know if anybody in Switzerland listening to the English webcast can confirm. I'll get it straight before our next game that involves Switzerland. It'll be nice to know. I'm speculating here. Ball comes into the crease again. 24 teams, 18 nations. Easy enough for the occasional typo to sneak in. Best way to get in touch with me, Twitter, G Scott Sports. And even if you don't want to talk about Mario Yanni or Paulik, just want to send in a comment, by all means. Via Twitter is the best way, G Scott Sports. Samuel Dappin played it down for Switzerland, picked up. The Italians can't get it out. Shot. Cusimano with the save. De Giacomo's on it. Colin De Giacomo. Fired right back in by Steve Kummer of Switzerland. The Swiss keep it in. Slidneck behind the goal. Kummer. Kummer left it there right on the goal line. Swiss stay on it. Slidneck. Sharp angle shot. Cusimano's got it. He'll hold on to it. The referee separates the players, and the Swiss will pick up the penalty. Gregory Lodler will head off. Fiore to face off against Tomasz Hol. Italians win it. They're on the power play. 5-on-4, man advantage. Varelli is back at the point. Puliciccio's here on the left side. He's got it now back to Varelli. They'll go back and forth. Varelli with his shot blocked. Move it back and forth, trying to get the high defender to move, but no lane opened up. Right off the Swiss defender all the way in the ear into the Swiss bench down at the other end of the floor. So the faceoff stays in the Switzerland end. Again, the Italians win it. Varelli. Down into the corner. That shot got through. Sidler made the save. Faceoff will stay right there. That was Phil DiGiacomo over on the right side. Out there with Fiore, Fiacconi. Stolen by the Swiss. Cusimano has to come out and play it. In around to the corner, but the Swiss are on it first. Paulik. Slashing penalty coming up to the Italians. That'll even things up. Once the Italians touch it up, Swiss have the extra attacker on the floor. At least they do now. It was a long run for Sidler in the second period to get to the bench. Now they've got 6 players out there. Stuckey. Fina. Down into the corner. Italians touch it. Whistle goes. Slash, says the referee. Paulik working it around behind the goal. Goes left, goes right. Oh, and that is what the referee called a slash. Leaving things up, we'll go 4-on-4 for 43 seconds. Alberto Fiore in the penalty box. Faceoff's going to stay right there. The Swiss score. Shot came in from the point. Yannick Stierke. And the Swiss have come all the way back from down 2-0, now lead it 3-2. And just like that, I get a tweet telling me that the player's name, number 66, is Mario Paulik. never was a phantom, Mario Yanni. That's the way it was announced in the stadium as well, that first game. All right, thanks so much, Twitterverse, for letting me know. Really appreciate that. Yannick Sturke with the goal for Switzerland. Spinning away on the far side, De Torre. Referee's whistle is gone. High sticking penalty. Players are looking to see who it's on. It's going to be on the Swiss, number 77, Matthew Schlidnick. So again, 4-on-4. Ferlizzi moved it up ahead. Varelli to the blue line, knocked down by the Swiss. They'll control it behind their goal. 4-on-4 for another 44 seconds. Off the boards, down the floor. That'll be a flooring call against Switzerland. Vermood got it to the far side, held in by Di Giacomo. Now it's Phil Di Giacomo back at the point. 4-on-4 play. To the side of the goal and cleared by the Swiss. The Italian penalty about to expire, and they will then go on the power play. Brought in by Di Giacomo. Phil turned away. He'll set up in the corner. Varelli. Di Giacomo. Fiacconi was in front. Fiore's on the side. Swiss get it. That was Mermoud. Sends it the length of the floor. Just 15 seconds to go in this brief Italian power play. Fiacconi off his stick into the corner. Penalties over, back to even strength, coming right out of the penalty box. Schlednecht, 2-on-1 here. Schlednecht out in front. They fail to get the shot, now they'll follow up on a second one. Again, it doesn't get through. Cusimano reached up for it, missed it. Now he's got it. Wild scramble in front of the Italian keeper. This shot comes in, it goes up in the air. Cusimano thought he had it, dropped it. There's a chance. Right on the first bounce. Second chance. The Swiss, Schlednecht and Mario Paulik, each getting a crack at it. Cusimano able to hold it out. Torrey against Mellinger. Stolen away by the Swiss. Back at the point. Held in there. And Stahli. Down for Schlednecht. Hit into the boards was Paulik. Swiss player knocked down. Play continues on. The Italians come up with it. Long pass. Get it up to Bowers. Justin Bowers outside the blue line. Dumps it in. Stahli back to get it for the Swiss to Schlednecht. Both teams will change. So the Swiss will just hold it there until they complete that line change. Alessio Fina. Tomasz Hol. Back to Fina. And that pass goes by everybody down the floor. We're down to 1:49 left to go in the second. Chris Cusimano, the goalkeeper there for Italy. Matt Bernardo facing out for Italy, wins it back at the point. Mueller shot it around the boards, kept in by the Italians, but they give it away. Back come the Swiss. Swiss player has the stick knocked out of his hands. That's Tomasz Hol. He got hit on the hands. Delayed penalty, just tipped wide by Fina. Finally touched up, and now the whistle's going to go. And can't believe the Italians might argue this one. If ever there was a no-doubter, that would be it. 2 for slashing. Matt Bernardo. Stuckey. Back to Stuckey. Sturkey. Mellinger over on the far side. Paulik back to Mellinger. Paulik. Vermouth set up in front. Sturkey shot cut by Cusimano. Good glove save. Bobbled momentarily, then cut. Minute 30 to go in the Swiss power play. Great job to hold it in back at the blue line by Stuckey. And it's Sturkey trying to get in. Vermouth back at the point. Paulik. They score! Yves Stuckey. 4-2. .107 left to go in that power play. They score. Some of the Swiss fans. That one-time shot skips through, beats Cusimano. And now 4 straight goals for the Swiss after giving up 2 early ones. Just a bullet by Stuckey. Stuckey from Sturkey. Dobelli has it taken away. As the buzzer goes, a great second period by the Swiss. They trailed it 2-1 after the first 15 minutes, but 3 straight goals here in the second, and they have a 4-2 lead. That's 4 unanswered since Italy took a 2-0 lead early in the first. Again, we will take a break during our second intermission and come back with the third period of this game between Switzerland and Italy here at the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Hokejbal, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berser,
4-2, the Swiss lead the Italians as we get set to start the third period of this game. And that's all of 1 second before we got a whistle. Things weren't quite set. All that excitement, all that build-up, and we'll do it again. It was 2-0 for Italy early in the first period. The Swiss have responded with 4 straight goals. Now up by 2. Back at the blue line, Kohler. It's taken again by the Italians, intercepted by Mueller. Mueller to the blue line, doesn't get it over. The Italians come back. They're stopped at center. Mueller's shot is stopped. All the play in the neutral zone right now. Fiore gained the blue line, brought it in. That one off his stick. He was trying to get it down to Di Giacomo. Chipped out, down the floor. And this will go for a flooring call against the Swiss. Just 50 seconds gone here in the second period. It's a game in Group A2. The Czech Republic lead 7 points. The United States with 2. The Czechs have played 3 games. The U.S. just played the 2 games. Switzerland in third with 3. Portugal and Italy, no points yet. Just Italy's second game. They lost big to the Czechs on opening night, 6-0. Got off to a great start here, but things have fallen by the wayside a little bit for the Italians. That 2-0 lead they enjoyed early has disappeared. Now that's a 2-goal deficit. Now the Italians slow to move it. Varelli, there's nowhere to go. Trying to get some movement up front. Now up at the blue line. It was touched. No, they're saying it was not touched by Justin Bowers. So after all that, it'll be a flooring call against the Italians. Stuckey, face-off for the Swiss, won by the Italians, Di Giacomo, Colin Di Giacomo. He'll get it back from Bernardo. The Italians again stymied back in their own end of the floor. That's picked off by Mermoud. Touched by Stuckey. Ball goes in around the boards. Taken here on the near side by Bernardo. He gave it away behind the goal. Stuckey tried to feed it back to the point, fanned on it. Now he's dancing around inside the goal line. A penalty coming up to the Italians. They'll get the extra attacker out there. Sidler makes it to the bench. Extra player is Alessio Fina. Mermoud. Stuckey. Mueller back to Stuckey. Mermoud. Mueller. Stuckey. One-timer. Save is made. Rebound touched up by the Italians, and the Swiss will go back on the power play again. And it looks like possibly slashing against Bernardo. Again, I have to say it didn't look like a whole lot. 2 for slashing. Dobelli won the faceoff for the Swiss. Back to Mueller. Fina. Mueller with the shot, didn't get through. Dobelli has it down into the corner. Shot, score! Oh no, hit the crossbar. Waved off. Looked like it had beaten Cusimano. Went off the crossbar. Waved off by the referee. Another shot. This time Cusimano makes the save. I thought it had gone in off the stick of Lukas Stali. He's number 59. He'll take the shot here and rang it off the crossbar. Might see it here. Get over in time. No, just missed it. Got a little ahead of myself. I saw it whiz by Cusimano. Thought it was in. It wasn't. Stuckey clears it in. Swiss come up with it. Stuckey back near center. Again, Hop Swiss chant goes up. Boy, we heard a lot of that in Zug 2 years ago, when the Bossard Arena was full for the Swiss games and the fans had the drums going. A few thousand of them then. Just a handful here today, but making their presence known. And there they are. Here's our drummer. The face-off was won by the Italians, so they'll clear it down the floor. Just 30 seconds now to go in the Swiss power play. 4.5 gone here in the third. Switzerland leading it by 2. Kummer able to hold it in momentarily. Now it's cleared out. Racing onto it are the Italians. Bauer's shot didn't get through. There were 2 Swiss defenders between him and the goalkeeper. Goes wide of the goal. Penalty's over. We're back to full strength. And coming out of the penalty box to pick it up is Bernardo. Bernardo heading for the front of the goal. High sticking penalty will go to the goalkeeper. Sidler, he caught Bernardo as he tried to go around behind the goal. Unusual sort of play here, and certainly not intentional. This isn't it. This is Bowers when he got the ball, took the shot and had it blocked. This time as the ball is dumped in, Sidler comes out to play it, gets his stick caught up in Bernardo. He was going to come and play it, decided to get back in the goal, and in doing so lifted his stick just as Bernardo was coming in around behind the goal and clipped the Italian player. Dobelli will serve the penalty for Sidler. Break for the Italians, down by 2 on the power play. They just killed off a penalty. Giacomo, back to Varelli, back to Varelli again. Now it's Varelli back at the blue line, over the other side. Pass picked off. Paulik to the blue line and over, shorthanded Paulik. Backhand, that just missed. Fiore for the Italians into the middle. Try and get it back to Fiore. A little bit too far for him. From Di Giacomo, Fiore to Fiacconi. Fiacconi has it stripped by Mellinger, and the captain for the Swiss nationals will send it the length of the floor. Quickly up ahead, Fiore. Back to De Torre. Perugini. Bowers trying to break in. Tip to the corner by Sidler. No offense yet from the Swiss, and from the Italians. Here come the Swiss. A penalty will come up. Slashing to the Italians. Novielli. Swiss have the net empty on this delayed penalty. Long shot knocked down in front by the Swiss. Off the end boards, a shot came in from Sturkey. Mermoud looking for it. Still, the Swiss have it. Back to Stuckey, and that could have been dangerous with the net empty. Now the Swiss penalty has ended, so they've got 6 players out there. Again, delayed penalty. Ball dumped in. Finally touched up by the Italians as Mike Antoliani got to it. Long, extended, delayed penalty. It's Mermoud who had a step on Anthony Novielli, and he just whacked him with the stick. Another easy call for the referee. So much for the Italian power play. Gave up a shorthanded opportunity, forced to take a penalty, and then all that time with the delayed penalty. Now Swiss on the power play, but the Italians shorthanded. Giacomo. Great defensive play by Mueller, but the Italians maintain possession. Fiore got it out in front. Sidler scoops it up. Phil DiGiacomo looked like he had a chance short-handed, but Mueller gets back. Here's DiGiacomo. He's got a step to the outside, but sprawling and getting a stick right on the ball was Mueller. Then Fiore stole it behind the goal, got it out in front. Couple of whacks at it, and there's Sidler to snatch it out of the air. Ripped wide off the faceoff by Puliciccio. Got the first 2 goals of this game. First one just 32 seconds in. The Italians coming close short-handed. Better short-handed they did with their power play a moment ago. Paulik, past 8 minutes gone here in the third. Stuckey, he'll get it back. Over to Yannick Sturkey. In front, Mermoud with a couple of whacks at it. Kept out by Cusimano. Great job at the blue line to hold it in. Sturkey. Shot wide. Another chance. Paulik. The 2 Swiss point men looked at each other. Couldn't decide who was going to get it. They did keep it in. Back to Sturkey. To Stuckey. Down into the corner. Shot, save made. Nets come off. Face-off will stay in the Italian end. 37 seconds left to go in the power play. Quick pass, quick shot. Good save. Swiss still on the power play for another 20 seconds. Fina to Dobelli. Fina with this shot that went wide. Stahle's on it in the corner. Dobelli. Shot came in from Mueller. Penalty expires. Face-off stays in the Italian end. Mermoud quickly up at center. Mueller played it to the boards. The Swiss have it in to the side of the goal. Save made by Cusimano. Italy pick it up. Time running out. Di Giacomo. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Swiss leading by 2. Di Giacomo shot off the end boards, high in the air, batted away by Agater. Down the floor, racing to it. Stuckey got there first for the Swiss. Kept in, Mermoud. Sturkey. Again, they'll keep it in. Mueller down in the corner for Sturkey along the boards. Threw it in front, taken away by Marco Cerrone. That pass didn't work. Long shot comes in, they score from center. Big blast. Tomas Huber, a player we have not seen much of in this game at all, but just a bad giveaway by the Italians. They had it, made that pass up the middle. And from way out at center, the long shot. Huber, the ball just dipped. Beats Cusimano. Possibly touched by the defender in front because of the reaction of Cusimano. Looked up at his defenseman, and his defenseman almost looked back apologetically. Again, I'm just trying to read body language, as if to say, I'm sorry, that touched me. I'm not quite sure why, but the Swiss have made a goaltending change. Dean Brodard has come in. Looking down below at Sidler, doesn't appear to be an equipment issue or any sort of injury. He's just going to come out. They're going to let Brodard play the last few minutes of this game. So they feel they've got this one. Still 4 minutes to go. But they're up by 3 now. After that goal, that was the insurance marker. Kohler. Mueller can't get it out. Divisio, he lost it. Swiss move it off the boards. Dobelli. Dobelli shoots, save made by Cusimano. Rebound cleared away by Divisio. Varelli seems resigned. Peregrini played it off to the wing. They get it in over the blue line, but it'll be offside. The pass came into Peregrini. Justin Bowers here on the right side was in over the blue line ahead of the play. Peregrini's got it, but Bowers already not in the picture there on the right side was ahead of the play. Dumped into the Swiss end. Ball comes here on the near boards, right down below us. Under 3 to go. A lot of pushing and shoving down there in close quarters. Swiss will be happy. Use up all kinds of time along the boards. The Italians have it, threw it out in front. Fiacconi had a chance, couldn't make contact with it. Flip down, right to Cusimano. Knocked down out of the air by Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger, first time he's played in this game. He comes to the side of the goal, and Cusimano will hold on to it. You see Roethlisberger as Cusimano tried to clear it just with the one hand on the stick, knocked it out of the air. Tried to make the pass, it came back to him, got it to the backhand towards the side of the goal, and Cusimano covered it up. .224 remaining, a 3-goal lead now for Switzerland. Saved by Cusimano. To Giacomo, Phil to Giacomo. Back at the blue line for the Italian, shoots it over the top of the goal. Colin to Giacomo, battling for it in the corner. Tipped away by Mermoud. On it, Sturkey out to Mermoud, and that's picked off. Mermoud's got it again, down to Sturkey, waiting for help. Sturkey out in front, shoots, scores. Sledneck, as he was set up. Sturkey had his choice of targets there as the Italians just didn't bother getting back. A couple of Swiss players were off to the right. He waited for the trailer. The patience. Finally, Sledneck, no chance at all. Cusimano. 6-2. Italians running away with it late. Sorry, the Swiss running away with it late. And that will put the Swiss into second place in Group A2, just behind the Czech Republic and 1 point ahead of the United States. We'll have played one more game in the U.S. The U.S. having played 2 games, 1 win, 1 overtime win, so they've got 5 points. This win would give the Swiss 2 wins and a loss, 2 regulation wins for 6 points, so they'd be 1 point ahead of the U.S., U.S. with 1 game in hand. Pawlik to the front of the goal. He goes to the far side, back at the point. In towards goal. That changed direction and just went wide. Pawlik towards the front of the goal. Looking for it again. Finally, the Italians do come up with it. It'll be a tripping penalty to the Swiss. Finally, it's touched up. Sledneck and Bonanno from the Italians having words. This will be an accounting penalty. It'll go on the books. That's a statistic. It may lead to a goal by the Italians, but it will not have an impact on the outcome of the game. Torre, Fiacconi, shot goes wide. Di Giacomo missed from right in front, had a great chance, put it wide. Referee says to play on. No, he doesn't. He's going to call the penalty on the Swiss player. Ball goes down the floor. It'll be a holding call. Vittorio gets out in front and gets a nice tackle from behind. In American football, they even call that one a horse collar. Not quite, but best analogy I could come up with right off the top of my head. Two-man advantage for the Italians, but only 17 seconds to go in the game. They're down by 4. Fiacconi tipped in front, they score. Again, that's an accounting goal, but it counts. Alberto Fiore converts. The shot came in, a nice little tip. It was a good goal right there. There's the nice deflection. Good hands by Fiore. It'll make it 6-3. 9 seconds left to go. The Italians will remain tied 5th place with Portugal. Based on goal differential, they would be in 5th alone, but just looking at the points, they're tied. That shot came in as the buzzer goes. We're done in this one. The Swiss come from behind to defeat the Italians 6-3, moving to 2nd place in Group B1. Next game coming up, 5 o'clock this evening. Local time here in Pardubice, just 44 minutes from now, a fairly short break. I'm going to turn things over to the women's competition. Czech Republic, who looked rather good last night against Great Britain, winning 12-0, will take on the Italians. The Italians gave the U.S. all they could handle yesterday. The U.S. came from behind to win it 2-1, so the Italians and Czech Republic in the women's competition, 5 o'clock local time. We'll be back with that one here on our webcast. Thanks so much for watching. My name is George Scott. These are the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Dámy a pánové, nyní vyhlásíme nejlepší hráče utkání. Ladies and gentlemen, now we announce the best players of the game. Ceny předává George Kotos, prezident ISBHF. Places are awarded by George Kotos, president of ISBHF. Nejlepší hráč utkání z týmu Itálie. The best player from Team Italy is number 19, Jonathan Pardubice. Nejlepší hráč utkání z týmu Švýcarska. Best player from Team Switzerland is player number 33, Janik Šterky. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of Team Switzerland.